Yo, what is good, family? Hope you all are having an amazing day. In today's video, we will break down, I think, one of the most important things in my trading career, because I was one of those traders that was constantly, all the time, looking for mindset tips, looking for the new course from another mentor or another YouTube trader that was explaining his strategy that was making him money. And in reality, all of that stuff is good, but you have to look for the root cause of everything. And it's okay if you're starting to consume all that information. It's okay if you follow a lot of mentors, but always from the right perspective. And in the case of trading, you don't have to be looking for mindset tips all the times to fix your mindset, because perhaps it's not even broken. The most important thing right here is understanding why you look for mindset tips, which is in reality because probably you don't even know what you have to focus on, right? You're just looking for YouTube videos about trading and look for the magic thing that is going to make you money. The same way another crypto degen is looking for the magic altcoin to make him money, you're looking for the perfect strategy or the perfect mindset tip so you can stop fucking it up. And there's a key things, a list of key things that will make you stop messing things up. What I'm going to give you guys is what nobody told me when I started. Like 8 years ago, people were just promoting their strategies, involving people on their trading methods, etc., and so on and so forth. But no one spoke about this. And I don't care if you use my strategy, I don't care if you do other traders' strategy. What I'm gonna break down right now will be useful. Doesn't really matter which school of thought you have or what expertise you have. So the first thing we have to understand is the practical side. Obviously, trading is practical. You are executing trades on an account, you are analyzing things on a chart, you are gathering data, you're doing a lot of stuff. So obviously the practical side is extremely important. Now the practical side, let's put actually some normal letters. The practical side has different parts. The practical side first is backtesting. Now, backtesting is the most boring thing in the world, but is the most important one. Just think about backtesting as when you were a child and someone, alright, taught you to lace your shoes, right, to tie your shoes. You didn't even know how to do it. They had to explain to you how to, tie the left shoe, then the right shoe, and then do it again and again and again, thinking about the process of tying your shoe without having no idea, until the point that now you can, talk with somebody on the phone, grab the keys, put the dog and ready to go to the street, and at the same time tie your shoes, right? You're not even thinking about it, and you're still doing it at the perfect of your capabilities. So this is important. You went from having literally no idea until the point that you are literally doing it without even thinking about it, at the same time that you do 1,000 other things. How you go from point A to point B? It is literally only one thing: practice. Practice is what gets you from that point A to that point B. And this is interesting because in trading, how people practice. They practice in live market. They practice saying, hey, I have this strategy, let's execute it on a live account, let's risk whatever, and I will practice in the live market. But the real blueprint for the practical side of trading, which is the backtesting, is first of all backtesting it 100 times on a backtesting session. You can use TradingView, you can use FX Replay. FX Replay has a better backtesting experience, in my opinion. But basically, you should do it 100 times. Any strategy, you backtest it 100 trades. That will give you like the foundation of, all right, I kind of understand how this strategy works. So after having that strategy being backtested 100 times, if that's profitable, you can go to the next step. If that's not profitable, you have to find a strategy that is profitable after 100 trades of backtesting. Then you will go for what? You will go for a demo account, which is another boring step that no one wants to do because they think it's useless. But the demo account will make you to learn cheap and not having to risk 5% of your live account on a strategy that you just learned, and learn all those mess ups costing you money from your account actually. So the demo account is so important. I'm not saying that you will stay years on the demo account. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that you will have like what, a couple of weeks, perhaps 1 month on the demo, practicing those 100 live trades, those 100 backtested trades with the exact same strategy, following the system 100%. Because obviously, in order for you to do this, you need what? You need a mechanical strategy. You don't need a strategy that is subjective, that in some scenarios you act like this, in other scenarios you act like this, but they are so similar, different in this thing, and sometimes your opinion comes in place and you react this way. No, you need a mechanical approach. So if you don't even have a mechanical approach, you cannot do the 100 backtest. I hope that makes sense. So mechanical strategy, 100 backtest, demo account, and then you can go to the live account, right? Then you can go to the live account, which we will go right now. But the most important part is that you understand the practical side, which is the mechanical strategy and the backtesting process. If you don't do that, you will just gamble. Trading is just as another business. People that make dropshipping, they have to test products. They don't go full gamble on just one product that they saw on AliExpress. It doesn't work like that. They have to test the products before paying a lot of ads on that specific product. Amazon FBA works in the same way. Alright, real estate works in the same way. In any business, first you test and then you go full size. Trading is the only business, bro, that people with so much lack of experience go full size gambling money on something they just learned. Outside of the casino and also coupled with crypto. Because the barrier of entry is so low that they think they are the smartest people on the world. And if you skip the basic step that any business owner does, you're wrecked. Because trading, let me tell you, is another business. So the practical side is backtesting, and also another important thing, which is the journal. The journal is how you will gather data. Alright, you will gather the data of your strategy. You will do a trading journal with a Google Sheets, with a Notion page, whatever. There is a lot of templates. You don't need the fanciest one. In fact, mine is extremely boring and simple, but it gathers the data that I want to gather with every strategy, which is the day of the week, the time of the day, the result, the real result after fees in my account, the stop size, a lot of things that I will cover in a different video, right? I will save it for a different video, how to make a good journal. But that's the practical side. This is what you have to do every single day. Now, why people mess it up? Because I know people that is still backtest, that is still journal, that have a mechanical strategy and still mess it up. This is the key, guys. Control, well, risk management. Look, nobody spoke about this when I started 8 years ago. Nobody. Do you want to know the key, the secret to trading psychology? It's called risk management. You do not need trading psychology if you have risk management. Literally, if you have this, you can forget about another single video of trading psychology from YouTube or any course from your favorite mentor. You can literally forget about it. What is risk management? Obviously, we have some key steps, some key points for risk management, which is, first of all, know how much you're risking. If you don't know how much you're risking, you're gambling. If you're advanced, this is obvious to you, but a lot of new people don't even know how much they're risking. So that's the first step. Understand how much you're risking before opening any trade. Before opening any trade. Now, if you know how much you're risking and you still have psychology issues in trading, I'm sure that you're not risking what you're willing to lose. You're risking more. Perhaps you're risking 1% of your account, which is not a lot, but you still have psychology issues because it's live money, it's real money, and you just don't want to lose it. It doesn't matter, but you just listen to your favorite trading influencer on Instagram that 1% is so low, and you think that you need to trade at 1% right now being new. And you're emotional when it comes to your trade management. Perhaps you're not ready to lose or risk that 1% right now from your account. Stop looking at what other people say on Instagram and start following your own process. I'm not saying that you are trading 0.01 lots for the rest of your life. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that if you have emotions when trading at 1%, what makes you think that trading at 2% will be better? What makes you think that keeping trading at 1% will solve the issue faster? It doesn't work like that. Do you know what you have to do if you want to remove all of those trading psychology issues faster? Is to start from scratch. What I always do is a process of adaptation for every trader that works with me. And it's starting, for example, at 0.10% risk for 1 week. And we see how that trader does. 0.10% is ridiculous. It's ridiculously low. What will happen when you open a trade at 0.10%? You will not care what happens with the trade, right? If it's a win, you don't care. If it's a loss, you don't care. Can somebody tell me something about it? Do you remember that that's the things that I've been telling you every single video in the past? When you do not care about the result of the trade, welcome to the mindset of a profitable trader. Because when I open a trade, I do not care what happens. I don't care the risk. Because I know how much I'm risking. I lose what I'm willing to lose. I lose what I'm willing to lose, yeah. And I've been doing this process of emotional detaching from the account, from the money. And the best way to do that is first experiencing what a profitable trader does, which is not caring about the outcome. And this is the best way. Risking so low that you don't care. And from there, you start sizing up. You go for 0.25. Let's say you are 1 or 2 weeks at 0.25 and you feel good. Perfect. Now 0.75. 1 week, you feel extremely good. Nice. Let's go to 1%. Now, I'm 95% sure that you will risk 1% with a completely different mind frame than what you had before doing all that sizing up process. For real. Then from 1%, perhaps you stay 1 month or 2 months. Perhaps now you go to 1.25 or 1.5 and so on and so forth. The sky's the limit. Obviously, you're not going to risk 10% of your account on your main account. But then you can have different profiles of accounts and risk different amounts on each account depending on the objective of said account, right? You don't have to cap yourself to, oh no, I'm not gonna risk more than 1%. No, it depends on you, depends on the account. Obviously, the bigger the account, the more conservative you have to be. But if that's an account that is not most of the trading portfolio that you have to trade, you can be more heavy, you can go more riskier, if that makes sense. So guys, I will tell you, if you apply this right now, your trading will change completely. This is no foo-foo. This is not pay my course and your life will change. No, this is information that you are digesting, that you are acquiring right now. And you can say, what this guy is telling me makes sense. Let me apply this at least for a week. And you will see that the way that you approach the markets will be different every single day. Every single day will be different. Every single day will be better. Perhaps in results wise, it's not, obviously, because you still have to improve in a lot of areas. But the way you approach the market will be completely better. So guys, with this being said, remember you have the link to my Instagram on the description of the video. If you want to work more personally with me, you can hit me up on message and see we have free spots for the private group of students. You will have a lot of perks unlocked. You will have the intensive course, the live sessions, and the private group with all my market ideas. So hit me up a message. Let's see, we have free spots for you. And with this being said, I hope you enjoyed the video and see you in the next ones. Let's get it.